Okay, so we all know that Piggy is a gigantic vagina. So I found it appropriate to start this video with a clip of him getting butthurt and rage quitting because he's not making enough money. This is my gift to my audience. Enjoy.
All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for being here. Anybody who donated, which would make like 5 of you, I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Maybe 6. Thank you for everything. I love you. And until next time, salute.
Yes, indeed, that gangsta shit at last. Black gloves, black mask, coming for your crack stash. I'ma let that Mac blast. You bragging about your stacks of cash like a calm 4 flats. That'll get you jacked fast. Boy, you a pussy. You say you move them white bricks. 100,000 for your chain, damn, that's a nice lick. Don't be stunning around here, we'll take your life quick. Your niggas want beef, I kill your dogs, word to Mike Vick. I fuck with Killer, cause that man showed the way. When I'm starving, I'm robbing. Batman's protege, resorting back to past crimes. These ain't just jack rhymes, all these niggas cookies. And guess what, it's snack time.
Block the trolls from the shot. It's Moody Monday. Block all the trolls from the shot. I'm going crazy, baby.
I don't know who this is. I'll just say, Aaron, thank you, first of all, for being a new donor from the bottom of my heart. $20 for always doing a great show. Thank you very much. See, that cheers me up, a new donor. And meanwhile, that's the first and only donation I've gotten so far. And I have a feeling I'm not going to be getting many more. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Over here not only has no sympathy for the fucking people who died, but he's pissed off the family's got money, and he's actually said he thinks he deserves the money more than they do. Then his whole rant about how cops, look, I'm no fan of cops. Okay, you can say what you want. I called the cops once in my fucking life.
Hold up, Piggy. Did you forget about the time you called the feds on them 2 guys? I would count that as calling the cops.
So fucking what? I had good reason to. And even that turned out to be a major fucking mistake. If I could turn back time, I would have never fucking done it. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of cops. I sugarcoated it for a while because of the case and all that, whatever.
Yeah, right. You love the cops as long as you're getting someone in trouble by them. But then as soon as they don't fucking get somebody in trouble, you fucking hate them again.
But I would not sit here and say that nobody should have sympathy when a cop dies. Went down to the bottom. Don't claim to be anything I'm not. Okay, Tommy Stigs. Well, listen, whether you do or not, I'm gonna dispute some of your points today. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of your. I wouldn't even call it a debate with SoFlo, but I'm gonna play that, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Okay, whether you want to react in some way, that's up to you. I couldn't care less.
Ooh, Piggy's feeling tough today.
But today I feel like I need to address you, because when I hear hypocrisy, I must address it. Okay, and today you said some things, one being that you don't support MRE. You don't support anybody, you said, and you don't support drama. This is what you said, Tommy. Now, it's my job, as you know, whether you want to face it or not, to call out hypocrites and people who contradict themselves constantly when they're trying to win an argument. You said you don't support anybody involved in drama. Now, you support MRE. There is nobody, Tommy Stigs, nobody on YouTube, well, at least the part we know about, MobTube, that is involved in more drama than MRE. MRE has attacked women, you know, people's wives, girlfriends. He's attacked people's dead family members.
Don't forget to tell everyone how you did that too, Piggy. Come on now. Don't be a hypocrite. You just said you didn't like hypocrites. You're being a fucking hypocrite. Because I've got proof of you doing all that shit.
Okay, he's done everything he could to attack people like Jimmy Calandra and guys that you like to call rats. For no reason other than the fact that he doesn't like them, Tommy. They didn't say a word. I was here from the beginning, Tommy. I knew Jimmy pretty much within 2 weeks of coming on here. I watched all his shows. I also watched MREs, and I did my own. And I'm telling you, Jimmy never said a bad word about the guy. As a matter of fact, he would compliment them every now and then. He actually liked MRE. He thought he was hilarious. And that's just one guy. This is what MRE does. And you said you don't subscribe to any drama channels. You're not subscribed to MRE, Tommy. Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
Who gives a fuck if he is subscribed, man? This whole debate shit right here is gay any fucking ways. Nobody cares about this shit.
Let's see what you say. Hold on. Here, if he wants to join. There's the link. Up to him. Let me put my earbuds in just in case. Because then if he comes on, I'll be all fucked up. And you won't be able to hear me. And hopefully they work today. I don't like playing people's videos and talking over them. You know how I feel about that. I don't like it. The only reason I'm doing it today is because I can't remember everything Stigs said. I do remember the main point. The main point is that that SoFlo made that pretty much destroyed you, Tommy, is the John Gotti Jr. thing. And I don't even like talking about John Jr. I actually go out of my way not to, just because, you know, I try not to. I did that for a long, long time. I talked about Angel and her family, and she talked about mine, and I don't like doing that. Even though John Gotti Jr. isn't like, it's not like Angel talking about my wife who doesn't do anything, just goes to work and, raises, her kids, and you know what I mean. I was going to say a family, but she hasn't raised me, so.
Listen to this rambling retard. Just sits there and says a whole lot of nothing.
That's what Shanna does. John Jr. is a famous mob figure. So, yeah, do I see a little difference in it? Sure, but I do understand it's her brother, whatever, okay? But there's one thing that is an issue that's too overlooked by one side on here, okay? Or just they fail to address it because it's not convenient to their argument or, to their friendship with Angel. So, I'm going to address it today. I'm going to address it today, and I'm going to go over this point by point. I don't know how much of SoFlo's video I'm going to play, but like I said, there's a lot of things. I don't care. He can come on. He can deflect all day. It don't matter. There's a lot of things that I may have forgotten that I want to talk about because you said a lot of contradictory things.
Look, Piggy getting cotton mouth. He got a hold of some of that good coke this time.
Let's skip right to it, and then we'll go over the video and go point by point as you speak to Tony. The main thing where Tony got you, Stigs, is the John Jr. thing. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and go on a rant about it, or a rat and all that. I just don't do that anymore. But he sat down with the FBI, and he filled out 302s. He doesn't deny it. He himself said that it was a weak moment. Now, if you weren't doing anything wrong, then what makes that moment weak? Why didn't he just say, it was part of a strategy and blah, 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 blah? You know what I mean? From the beginning and never waver from that. Let me see. Hold on. I got to clean my phone screen. I don't like when it looks dirty. I got my new phone case today. Very happy guy right now. What was I going to show you? Oh, I always do this just in case later people try to say I was there and he didn't put me up. There you go. There. Right? So anyway, John Jr. did that. Okay? He said it's a weak moment. Whether or not you want to acknowledge whether certain people took plea deals and stuff because they found out he was cooperating. So essentially he did put people in prison. Whether you want to acknowledge that or not, I'm sure you don't. Because like I said, it wouldn't be convenient to your friendships with certain people in your narrative. These are the facts. And he talked about people's crimes, including his father's. Okay, now I know they were dead guys, but is that are we moving the goalpost again? Because Tommy, you moved it a few times today. Okay, SoFlo said to you, if somebody sits down with the government and fills out a 302, are they a rat? And you said yes. Then he said, so John Jr. is a rat? And you said, well, if you sit down with the feds, fill out a 302 and testify against your friends. Well, that's moving the goalpost. The original question had nothing to do with testifying against anyone. It was sitting down with the feds and filling out a 302. Give me 1 second. I want to go through some comments. I will then, but I feel like I'm already getting distracted, so I don't want to fucking get lost in what I was saying. So he said that. Tommy Stigs said, if you sit down with the feds and you fill out a 302, you're a rat. As soon as SoFlo said, so John Gotti Jr. is a rat, Tommy added, if you testify. Well, see, this is the problem, guys. This is the problem. This is where you guys get caught up. Let me tell you the big mistake the anti-rat movement has made. Their failure to recognize and acknowledge what John Gotti Jr. did and their friendship with MRE. That's it. You can't be taken seriously anymore, Tommy or Dominic or any of you people. You can't. As long as you're friends with a guy who is a proven rat.
Well, let me ask you something, Piggy. Who in the fuck is ever going to take you seriously, huh? You got into a fight and rode in the fucking ambulance over a bloody nose, dude. Then you run straight to the police and try to get people hemmed up because you're a little bitch. You constantly antagonized people and invited them over to fucking fight you, dude. I've got all kinds of videos of you trying to fight people and calling people out to fight. You put people's information all over the internet and then you provoke them. And then when someone does something to you, you fucking cry victim and run to the police like a punk, man. So why the fuck should we take your little bitch ass serious, huh? Who in the fuck is gonna take you serious, boy?
Okay, and we've proven that MRE is a rat. Oh, I think Tommy's here. Now the guy's fucking weed racking. Hold on.
Not to mention you're too much of a lazy bitch to even mow your own fucking yard. You lay around on your fat ass sleeping till 1 in the afternoon, then you get your lazy bitch ass up and talk shit on the fucking internet. That's what you do. You need to take your little soft ass out there and push mow that yard, man. It'll do you good to sweat a little bit. Maybe it'll get rid of them fucking titties you got, boy.
Had to close the window. Tommy.
Yes.
What's up, bro?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. These guys, without a doubt. As far as me ever being connected, Joseph, whether you want to believe this or not, you can judge me by the way I speak, by the way I live, by the way I look, whatever. I was with people who were killers my whole entire adult life. Killers, major drug dealers, and everything else. Very dangerous fucking people. Very scary fucking people. And very serious people.
Yeah, right.
Is there a difference between the types of guys I was around and guys in organized crime? Of course, without a fucking doubt. But when... Tommy.
Yes.
What's up, bro?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
All right, so did you hear what point I was making?
Yeah. I just want to say something to you before we get going.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I ever did to you, if I ever did anything to you at all. I will tell you what I remember the one time we were on a live and your water heater blew up. I offered to help you.
You were on that live?
I was on that live and I said, I will walk you through this to get your family safe. I have experience in this. I saw you ran out of the room and I said, this guy's in trouble. Is there any way that I can get in touch with him? Then that was just that night. I don't care. You don't have to recognize that. That's not a problem. And then you helped me one night. You were doing a recovery and addiction show. And it was the day that my friend's son overdosed on heroin. I don't know if you remember that.
I honestly don't. I apologize.
So for you, I've never done anything to you. You go your way, I go my way. I've never disrespected you. I've never spoke smack about you. We can continue.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Okay. Well, listen, I remember, and I don't know if you remember this. I thought you were a good guy. I liked you. I tried to help you out. You didn't ask me to do this, so it was my choice. But I promoted your channel. I kept it up in my community post. I asked people to sub to you. And then like a day or two later, I think you were on Lee's show and everybody was trashing me. So that's the one problem I have. Other than that, I don't care.
It wouldn't be coming out of my mouth to be trashing you, just so you do know. If I was on a panel and things got said, I can't control that. If you can go back and look at a million videos, I would never be on a stream actually bashing anybody. It's not what I'm here for.
All right. Well, the main thing, I think that the problem is that you're part of this anti-rap movement, and I have a lot of friends who cooperate. So I think in a way it makes us natural enemies. Because
we started the same way. You were doing the same exact thing. We started the same way.
No, Tommy, this is a bullshit story that's been going around forever. I will put up every video I ever made. I never came on here going after rats.
You a lying motherfucker, boy. You hated rats until fucking Jimmy came along and you thought he could help build your channel and you could make some money. Before that, you were all about how you hate snitches. Then fucking Jimmy Helmet came along and you fell in love. You seen dollar signs. You were talking shit about A-Light, talking about how he's a snitch and how it's wrong to be a snitch and all that. And then Jimmy and A-Light started fighting, so Jimmy came and fucking tried to snuggle up with you. And that's when Jimmy came along and stuck his finger in your puss. You let Jimmy play all in your pussy after that. Keep it real, boy. You always say how you don't lie, but you lying like a motherfucker right now.
The first person I made friends with was Jimmy. What I did was, I did a video saying that if you are a rat hater, then you must hate all rats. You can't make exceptions for certain people.
Right.
Just go back and watch my old videos. You'll see that Piggy's full of shit. I don't know if he really does forget what he says all the time or if he's just a fucking habitual liar. But right now, he's definitely full of shit.
Right.
Which is kind of what we're talking about today with the John Jr.
All right, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, so,
I stand corrected, no problem. Hey, when a man can stand corrected and own it, it's good, the man.
Stop cucking to this motherfucker, Stigs. He's lying right to your face.
Go ahead.
I appreciate that. So let me just get to the question then. So
No problem.
let's just say it's not John Jr. Let's say that you found out tomorrow that I, in my drug dealing past, at one point sat down with the drug task force or the FBI and gave names and information and everything else. Would that make me a rat?
Sure.
Even if I don't testify?
It's another level when you testify, but yeah, you're a rat if you sit down. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
There's no denying
Right.
it. Yes, there's no denying it.
Oh, so we agree then that what John Gotti
If you
Jr.
sit down with the
did-
government, I don't care who it is, John Gotti or Jesus Christ, if you sit down with the government and you give testimony against somebody else, this is what it is. We know what it is. This is what it is. What's the big? There's no. And you have to understand something. I'm not obligated to anybody in this YouTube place. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm out of all of that mess. That's why I didn't even know some of you guys were still having shows. I gotta be quite honest with you.
So you're not aligned with Dominic Crea and the We Push Back movement?
I like what Dominic Crea does, yes.
Is this, let's be honest, soft language.
I like what he does. I like his platform. I like the website. I kind of like it. It's pretty good for me. I kind of like it. Yeah.
Okay, because you know that saying this kind of stuff to me now will make them pissed off at you for saying you're not aligned with them. Because it seems like you're trying to...
Did you hear what I just said? I'm not aligned with... I'm not obligated to anybody in life except my kids. There's nobody out here can affect me. I don't care. If they take this as a negative, hey man, they ain't supposed to be my friend.
Well, just the fact that you're on my show and SoFlo's show, I'm sure will be an issue. But
an issue with who? Who's going to have an issue? Remember, again, I will say, I don't answer to anybody. I'm my own man. I will be to my last breath.
All right, well,
I'm not obligated. I'm not obligated to anybody.
I interview people, or at least I used to interview people who cooperated. Certain people just don't like that. That enough, in their eyes, makes me a rat.
No, Piggy. Nobody cared about you interviewing your little snitches. Everybody started calling you a rat when you fucking called the police because you got into a fist fight. That's why you're a fucking rat, boy. And on top of being a rat, you're also a giant pussy for that, too.
I understand. Everybody in this world has their own opinion and their own opinion, observation, and their own idea of people. And that's what makes the world go around. All different types of people. There's no one way here. There shouldn't be one way.
No, I agree. There's something else. Now, Jimmy, who many of us are friends with and like and love and everything else, he did a show yesterday. I don't think I saw the whole thing. I knew he was talking about Mikey and who was the other one? Who else was he talking about? I forget. But apparently you said, from what I saw on SoFlo's show, he played a clip of you saying that you hope MRE responds to Jimmy's video.
Yeah, that's what this is all about. They're all upset because someone talked about their little snitch buddy. They all want Jimmy to come play in their pussy some more.
MRE would have a field day with something like that. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What's about? That's okay. That's me.
Well, why do you? This is my thing.
There's no denying. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying. I don't need to deny that. Yes.
Okay. So now my thing, and people know my stance on this. If somebody does a video saying some things I don't like, I go after them. I don't sit here and say I hope SoFlo gets them or Chicago Muscle gets them.
You are a lying motherfucker, boy. What about the time you said this?
Because I hope Chicago Muscle and SoFlo do shows about you every day until the end of time. And I'm telling you right now, I will be sitting back watching with a big fucking grin on my face, gloating and saying, that's what you get, motherfucker. That's what you get.
Y'all see how much of a hypocrite this boy is? Every single thing he whines about other people doing, he does his fucking self. Look at him making a big fucking deal about what Stigs said, and he does the same exact shit. But remember, he hangs out with killers and dangerous people.
So my question is, if you don't like what Jimmy was saying, why didn't you just go after Jimmy?
Because I don't do that. Because I don't do that. I'm not good at that. Just like you're good at what you do right there. Not many people could do it the way you do it. I'll give you credit. Not many people could do it the way you do it. Not many people could do what MRE does the way MRE does. I'm not capable of that. I don't have the ability to do that, or the time, or anything else. You know my show. You know it's like watching paint dry. I have coffee. What the fuck do? I don't do anything on here. I'm the most boring person on the YouTube. I just have coffee and have principles, and that's pretty basic.
You're definitely not the most boring. Trust me. There's people that are way more boring.
Hey, look, Yizzo gang.
Okay, well, I'm pretty boring.
No. Listen, I respect that you have a stance. I understand that, and I don't. I don't even mind. Like I was an anti-rat person my whole life.
I was an anti-rat person my whole life.
It's just that, like today, you said that you don't subscribe to or get involved in any drama channels, but then you ask MRE, essentially ask him to go after Jimmy. So it's a contradiction. It's like you don't want to get involved in drama, but you want this guy to do the drama for you.
Look, man, I ain't taking up for Stigs, but who the fuck is Piggy to talk about contradictions? Every fucking thing he says is a goddamn contradiction.
Clarify. MRE doesn't watch my show. I don't watch MRE's show. I know what MRE does, and when he does these things, it's fucking hysterical, and he's good at what he does. We know this. I don't not subscribe to him. I don't support him. When there's drama involved, I back out. And I will tell you, FPS, once I unsubscribed to every drama channel, something happened with my algorithm, and my YouTube, as boring as it is, has done much better. I do not subscribe to all of that. I do not subscribe to anybody in drama. I'm not subscribed to you right now. I guess you came up in my algorithms. I guess because I don't know. I have no idea. You go through the thing, and I guess, like, 100%. There's no, I don't have any reason to lie. There's nothing for me to hide, lie, or anything, you know.
Well, fuck. That sounded weird.
But you're not subscribed to MRE at all.
I am not subscribed to MRE. And that doesn't mean I'm not subscribed to MRE because I'm pressured to or pressured not to. I don't want drama coming through my algorithm because I personally feel that my little boring YouTube channel goes in a different direction and my algorithm gets all fucked up when I have all these subscriptions. It's not what I want.
SoFlo popped up in your algorithm, ain't that?
Yeah. No, SoFlo, my name was in his. You didn't see the first show this morning. Did you see it in its entirety?
No, not in its entirety. I just heard what SoFlo played.
Well, I was on SoFlo for an hour and a half. You should post the whole thing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It was hard to watch this shit.
I was on there for, I gave him time. When I saw my name in the, whatever you call it, the thumbnail, I said, I'm in. I was not subscribed to him. That's how funny this YouTube works. I was not subscribed to him. I go into the YouTube and I see Tommy Stigs in his tag. You know, in his, what do you call it, thumbnail.
Yeah, that sounded believable.
So, I said, all right, I'll get in here. My name's in there. What the fuck? I don't hide from anybody. Where am I going?
Well, I respect that you're willing to come on these shows. I respect that.
Oh, my God. Listen, if my name is there, I'm there. Where am I going? I'm not going to listen to a show about me and then do a show about such and such. I would never do that. I don't have time for that.
All right, so let me ask you.
I'm here. I came up. I'm answering your questions. I'm good. I never did anything to you. I never disrespected you. Like I said, you helped me that night. We were in a bad way over here. My friend's son just overdosed on heroin. I happened to walk into my kitchen. You were doing one of those shows. I don't know what you do now. You used to do addiction and recovery. So you just happened to be doing it.
Yeah. And
I popped in and you gave some good support to my friend. This was before, I guess.
I'm sorry about your friend ODing, even though it was long ago. And I do apologize for calling you an ungrateful cocksucker earlier.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not ungrateful. You know. Listen, where we are on YouTube, everybody around us got us to where we are right now. Everybody. It's just a whole circle. Go ahead. I'm good. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. You would you say it's fair to say that you hate rats?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me why? Now, I know you got ratted on, but so did I. I got ratted on multiple times.
It's just what we grew up. It's just in my heart. It's in my soul. It's in my upbringing. That's the principles. I'm still in the same area I grew up in, you know, and that's how it is. Where we grew up, that's how it is.
But could you tell me what makes a rat bad?
Oh my God, could this debate get any fucking gayer?
A rat. Okay. We're brothers. You and I are brothers in this life. I'm using hypothetics here, whatever the fuck I call it. We're brothers in this life. We vowed to the end. No matter what it is, betrayal, time, whatever it might be, stealing from you, it all goes with the game. So you signed up for it. It was good when you were drinking Dom Perignon and smoking fucking whatever their expensive cigars are, and then something happens and then you rat on your brother. It's a problem. It's a problem I have. It's just, it's in me. I can't change that. That's my blood, you know?
When you entered the life, and hypothetically, you're with your brother,
right.
Did you know that ratting is a huge part of that life? That people are most likely going to tell on you, maybe even your own brother?
All right, man, I'm about to speed this video up because it's hard to listen to all this gay shit.
It's a very good chance.
Yeah, and you know that your brother, who you entered the life with, might put a bullet in your head one day to advance himself, or maybe for a buck, or for whatever it might be.
I remember my uncle having almost a gun right here. Yes, I do know exactly what you mean. So 100%. My own uncle.
Shit.
All right, so if you're willing to accept that's part of the game, okay, it's almost like you say it's okay if somebody kills their friend because it's part of the rules, it's part of that life, but it's not okay for them to tell on them. Even though, let's face it, that's part of the life too.
Part of the life is going into the betrayal that you are putting on other people, you're going to get it on you someday, right? And you got to live with it, you got to take it. You walk into it, you know it's coming. You got to be a fool not to know it's going to come eventually. You don't belong in that life if you don't know that it really... Look at history, it tells us all. Look at all the hits over the years. It tells us, you're walking into this, you know it's going to happen to you. There's a very high chance that it's going to happen to you, and you're taking a vow to take that hit. It's just the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so same thing. So why act all shocked and in disbelief when somebody tells on you? You knew goddamn well that was coming eventually, just like a bullet to the back of your head might come eventually.
Disappointment. Oh, you get here, your mind is in the game. It's disappointment. So it takes over you. So you're caught up in the emotions of the life, the love of the life, as it's called, right? And then it's just a huge disappointment. And yeah, so we think that it's not going to happen, and it does happen. And that's where the betrayal. So watching the betrayal of others, it's rough. You know, you have Italian blood in you. You have Italian blood in you. You know how this goes, right?
All Italian
family,
blood.
all of that, right. So you know all of it. So it's what we know, and it's just principles. It's my core principles. Now I don't talk much about this. You must understand. I do not talk much about this. I'm not deeply involved in this stuff. That's not my YouTube environment at all. You understand that, right? You know that. I'm the most boring person to watch. I drink fucking coffee and have a glass of wine like an old greenhorn. That's what I do, right? That's what I do. I'm boring. But the principles are there. I will live by them. And I will just feel that certain way until my last breath. I asked my mother the other night, what would you have done? What would you have done if I decided not to, take the hit that I was going to take? She's like, there's nothing to talk about. You wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't I? Because you wouldn't do that. And that was the end of the conversation. I don't know what she would have done, Well, I got her now. She's not well. I'm fortunate to have her now. And, the time is tough right now. So,
yeah, and I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm going through the same situation. But would you agree that if your mom were to have disowned you, because say you did cooperate, would that be pretty sick?
If your mom disowned you, yeah, it would be very sick. Of course.
Yeah, and wouldn't you think that, shouldn't your mom say to you, well, why did you get involved in it to begin with, Tommy? Why? Like, in other words, what I'm getting at is, I felt the same way you did my whole life. I hated rats. I despised them. I've been ratted on. I got locked up multiple times because of rats. But I got to a point in my life where I realized that all that shit I believed in the past was wrong. For the simple fact that I committed the crimes. It's my fault. You couldn't have ratted on me if I didn't commit the crimes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So when you enter a life that's full of rats, can you blame a rat for being a rat?
It's a true statement. It is a true statement. But when they take the bond of brotherhood, it's a little tough. That's all. It's a little tough.
But if
we put our fingers together and you turned on me, I'm going to hate you. We're going to hate that. We're going to hate that. You can't say you wouldn't. You have to say you would. You have to say you would. We took a blood, me and you. We really thought we were better than what came before us. We thought we were new in the life. And we thought we had a brotherhood, and I went bad on you? Come on, you gotta hate me. Yes, you're wrong for committing crimes. Yes, we're wrong for committing crimes, but you gotta hate me. You can't fucking stand me if I do that to you. We took a bond, we stood in a room in a dark basement in fucking Queens somewhere, and someday we thought we were better than that. And then you disappointed me, or I disappointed you.
It's the same oath that says that, if your child is dying, you gotta leave their bedside to come see your boss or your captain or whoever. It's pretty fucking sick and twisted.
Don't accept it. Pass on it, don't accept it.
Well, but people do, and people do, and then when they get told on, they bitch and moan and they play the victim.
Yeah, old Piggy knows all about bitching and moaning and playing the victim. At this point, he's a fucking expert at it.
Like, my thing is this. If you want to hate rats for ratting on you, that's fine. But you must take equal responsibility that you did the thing that allowed them to rat on you. In other words, like, if you didn't commit a crime, if you weren't a criminal, they couldn't rat on you. They can't tell on you for shit. There's nothing to tell on you for.
That's correct. Yes, that is correct. That's right. 100%.
So I don't hear any of these mob guys saying, this motherfucker told on me, but it's my own goddamn fault for getting involved in the street life.
I don't see you taking accountability for all the fucked up shit you did. You get on the internet and act a fool and tell people to come fight you, and then when it happens, you run and fucking tell on them. Not to mention all the other greasy shit you've done since you've been here.
No, you won't, because, they're taking it to their grave, as they should, right? As they vowed to. So, that,
Oh, fuck, man. It was brutal watching this gay debate. But we had to do it to point out Piggy's hypocrisy. That shit was torture, man. Anyways, I got one more clip to show y'all. It's the very end of the gay debate. This is where they fucking kiss and make up and cuddle and then fucking sit there and give each other compliments. I got secondhand embarrassment from watching this shit, man, for real. But anyways, here it is. Back to the video.
And he has to deal with the fucking the stigma of being a killer's child. It's pretty shameful, right? I mean, these guys who are getting ratted on, who you stand up for, Tommy, are they scumbags in society?
Oh my God! Come on, it goes without saying. Scumbags in a society, in overall society, but in their society, they have principles to go by. That's it. It's very basic. It is pretty basic. Think about it, it's pretty basic. I can't see the chat. I don't know if they're crucifying me. I have no idea. But I'm doing nothing wrong up here except coming up, and you were talking about me, so I came up. So I don't know what they're saying. I have no idea.
Give me 1 second, Tommy.
Go ahead.
Sorry, somehow I started SoFlo's video. It was playing in the background. Could you just repeat what you said? I don't know what the fuck happened. I guess my earbud. Start like 30 seconds back.
I just said I can't see the chat. I don't know if they're crucifying me or not. I'm not really caring that they are, but it is what it is. I saw your Right.
Distracted, so I'm not looking.
Exactly.
But the thing was, what the fuck were we saying? That
No, we were saying about it's the kids. Yeah, the kids. Right.
But are these people scumbags in society? Are these people? Do they victimize their own communities?
Yeah, we know what it is. It's a pilfer, right? Pilfer, is that the word? They're just pulling out. They're pulling the blood out of people. Some aren't. Some are just bookmakers, loan sharks. What are they doing wrong? They're bookmakers and they're loan sharks.
Well,
right?
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're taking people's bets. Even without the cash up front, they get them into debt, and then their buddy loans them the money. The loan shark loans them the money, and if the guy doesn't pay back, he gets his legs broken or he gets killed.
Right.
So they're
Don't place the bet.
Piggy's so serious. Look at him.
Don't come to borrow money, and you'll never have these problems. Nobody's forcing somebody. Did anybody force anybody to do crack? You said you sold crack or whatever. You didn't force anybody to do crack. I'm not forcing anybody to bet on the giant.
I didn't make it easy for them. I made it available to them.
You did, yeah. I get it, right. And you're wrong. Right. We know it's wrong. We know what's right and wrong. All of it's wrong. We know it's wrong. Going bad is wrong.
All right, man, who really believes that Piggy was some big bad gangster crack dealer that hung out with killers and dangerous people? Come on now.
But this is what it is. I mean, is there anything else you think
killing people is wrong, flooding your community with drugs is wrong? It's just as wrong as ratting on somebody, if not more so. And I think even more so, because we're not, these people, anybody who cooperated are not telling on regular guys who go to work every day for a living. They're telling on people who are horrible people in their own communities and who would kill them over a fucking dollar if that's what it took. So it's like, why should anybody be loyal in a life where nobody's loyal to you?
They have before they got to the point
each other's wives. They kill each other. They rob from each other.
100%. But you know it going in.
Who gives a fuck? What does either one of y'all have to do with any of that shit?
History tells us already this is going to happen to you. You know it going in.
Yes, you know it's going in, so why bitch about it after it happens? It's your own fault. You knew you were going to get told on eventually.
You defend yourself, and that's it. You don't hear many of these people bitching about it anywhere. You really don't. You hear the rest saying their side of the story because it's tearing them up. That's why they do these shows. It's tearing them up. They need to tear the man down.
I see mob guys, children, running around to this day saying that their father wasn't a bad guy. He was a good guy. He just got persecuted by the government because he was Italian. That's insanity. So they are bitching. Even their fucking their kids till this day, who are older people now, are still crying about it. They won't realize when my father entered a life where this was going to happen.
Man, if either one of y'all think there ain't no such thing as crooked cops and crooked fucking government officials, then y'all don't know shit about the world. There's plenty of innocent people locked up in prison.
I understand. It is denial and ignorance and the love of a father. That's all it is. Undying love of a father, mother, whatever it might be. You know, it's just this. It's the undying love between the parents.
I agree on all
They
points.
can do no wrong. Just like your son. Your son can do no wrong. No matter what your son does, you're going to, you know what I mean? Daughter, whatever it might be. It's your kids. It's your parents. We're there for you.
I think they could do wrong. I think if my stepson, was flooding this neighborhood with heroin, I'd probably say, listen, son, if you don't stop that, something bad's going to have to happen. I'll have you locked up if I have to.
We know you would, you fucking snitch. Y'all heard it here. Piggy said he would snitch on his own kids. God damn, boy, that's the most ratty-ass thing I ever heard in my life. I bet all the kids in your neighborhood hate you too, man. I bet you fucking call the cops on them all the time when they're riding their bikes by the fucking sidewalk and shit. You're that little fat nerdy guy in the neighborhood that calls the cops on kids when they're outside with sidewalk chalk and shit like that, dude. Shit, not even just the kids, man. I bet everyone in your fucking town hates your guts, dude. They're like, here comes the little snitchy pussy boy. He'll tell on anything. I'm sure the cops in town don't even like you neither, man, because you're such a crybaby tattletale.
I got you. I heard you. Yeah. Well, you hope it doesn't ever get to that. And our goal is to rewrite history, not repeat it. That's our job. As parents, step-parents, whatever we are. I got 2 little ones. I got 3. My girl has 3. I'm trying to rewrite history, not repeat it. Trying my hardest.
And you're not, obviously, and even if you were, you wouldn't say it here, but you're not involved in anything anymore because
25 years,
kids.
my man. 25 years. Watching my mother come and see me in a cage was not good. Not good. Not good. And I did short time, but even
I've been there. Something happened. You got... Oh, there you are.
A call was coming through. Can you still hear me? Okay.
So you made the decision.
I did. Conscious.
To get out before it was too late. You knew, you realized what game you were a part of, and you decided it's time to exit before. That's a smart move because eventually you would have kept getting told on until you, like you said, you did life on the installment plan.
If he was around you, he would get told on for sure.
See, there's no doubt about it. There's 100% I would have been doing life on the installment plan. That's 100%.
All right, so many of these guys, they decide to stay in it, even though they know the rules. They know that eventually somebody's going to put them away for life. So why bitch and moan about it till the end of time? Fuck it. Say, listen, I made the mistake.
It could be called a lot of different things. It could be called hypocrisy. It could be called a double standard. It could be called a million different things. Just if you sign up for something, you got to go with it to the end. That's just my only mind. That's the way, that's the way I feel about it. And I don't typically get involved in any of this stuff, as you do know, because you would have seen me around what you call these YouTube streets, whatever they're called now. I don't know what the other streets called, but you don't see me around these YouTube streets. You might see me in your algorithm, possibly coming through. I have no idea. But
what we see though, we see you sitting there and bitching, to not Dominic. I'm sorry. We see you not bitching. I won't use that word. We see you promoting Joey and helping Joey in his fight against these rats, and it's like they're not bothering you, right? You're not in the life anymore. Why are you bothering them? None of these guys mention you. I've never heard Jimmy or any of these guys trash you, and the people that Joey goes after. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Everybody made their decisions. Technically, you walked away from the life too. You just did it. You never had to be in a position. Let's be honest. 5 years. I think most of us are involved in crime. No, we can handle 5 years.
Sure.
Shit. Piggy, I don't know what the fucking prisons are like in your state, but in the state I come from, you wouldn't last 5 days. And I'm pretty sure even if you went in your state, your fucking butthole would get reamed out so bad when you sit down on a bar stool, you'd hit the fucking floor. You ain't the prison type there, sissy boy.
If you were facing the death penalty or life without parole, you might have made a different decision, right? I mean, it's fair to say.
There's no way to know, right? Until we're faced with it. There's no way to know until you're faced with it. But you do know going in, you're either going to get a bullet from your brother or ratted on by your cousin, or it's a fact of it because you did it to others. You did it to others.
Yeah, so
you betrayed others.
Don't
do it.
It's like the other night, I saw some dumb motherfucker stick his hand in the mouth of an alligator, and he got his hand taken the fuck off.
Piggy wouldn't stick his hand in the alligator's mouth. He'd stick his hand in the alligator's ass.
You know the circumstances when you're walking in, so don't walk in. And if you do walk in, if you choose to accept those circumstances, then being told on, listen, it's your own fucking fault because you knew it was going to happen and you did it anyway.
Right. I get it. Yeah.
Right, so I'm glad we agree on all these things.
Anytime my name is mentioned, I don't go anywhere. I'm not hiding from anybody. What do I got to do? I'm a fucking 55-year-old man not in the best of health, dealing with my mother, dealing with my kids. My name comes up, I'm coming up. I will always stand on my principles. You could fault me for it, criticize me for it. That's fine. As far as me bashing rats with Joey, you've never seen me bashing the rats with Joey. I'm in the show with him. It's a team making the show happen. I don't know where the information comes from. I'm in the chat. I run the chat. That's what I do. That doesn't mean I'm up there. I don't even know half the people they're talking about. I help with the show. That's it. We're friends, and that's it. No problem there. There should be no problem there. You don't see me in there saying Jimmy Calandra this, FPS that, that. I don't do any of that.
No, you've never done that. That's one thing.
No, I won't do it.
You've never done that.
I won't do it.
I just wanted to have this conversation because I wanted to see if you'd agree on some of these points, and you have. So
it's very simple. It's cut and dry. It's pretty simple. And again, I'll say, anytime, if I'm going to be criticized or ridiculed or spoken bad about, I'm going to come up and just have a gentlemanly conversation. Maybe we can work it out. Maybe we cannot. I don't know. I don't hide from anybody. I don't run from anybody. I never have. I'm still in the same neighborhood I grew up in. I'm here. You know what I mean? I didn't go anywhere. Didn't do anything. And I did my little bit of time when I had to do it. I live by those principles for the rest of my life, and that's just the way I feel. You can fault me for it. It's just the way I am.
No, I don't fault you for it at all. There's just one other question. I don't want to keep you here all day.
No problem.
The MRE thing.
Yes.
I don't want to get you in trouble and have MRE attack.
You can't get me in trouble. I'm not obligated. You can't get me in trouble. You can say anything.
No,
how can you get me in trouble? It sounds like they own me. Nobody fucking owns me.
I'm just saying. I don't want to put you in a position where this animal is attacking you. I just want to ask you some questions.
It's funny that he calls other people an animal, but his fucking nickname is Piggy.
Do you agree that this guy's a neo-Nazi?
Listen, you have to understand. I banged out of all of that stuff going along. After the mob rats stuff was gone, I don't know anything about any of this shit. I don't follow this stuff. I just told you when I came in the show. You have to understand I'm not even subscribed to you, which I was I was the first with you and Angel I don't know how many years ago. So since then, when it went the other way, I'm out. Done. Out. I don't know anything about this stuff. So don't try to put me on a spot for something that I can't answer to. That's not fair.
No. All I was going to say, and you're right, it's not. That's why I didn't want to, push the issue. I just want to say, we know he's got the Hitler tattoo. We know about his bust. We know he's most likely a rat. We know these things. Maybe MRE wouldn't be the best guy to promote, saying that he should go after Jimmy because MRE, Jimmy is 10 times the fucking man.
Piggy hates MRE because everyone says that MRE is funnier and better at this shit than he is. It fucking eats him up. And he's got to take up for Jimmy because Jimmy's the only rat left that'll still go on his show because he's too retarded to know better. Oh yeah, except for Bill Catolo too. I forgot about him. But he don't fucking count because nobody gives a shit about Bill Catolo.
Look, I'm going to tell you two things. Nobody can do that shit the way MRE does it, and you know it because you said in the beginning.
Oh shit, I told y'all. Look at his face. He does not like to hear that, man.
And nobody can debate the way you can debate. I call it what it is. I call it exactly how I
Who can debate?
You.
Oh, okay.
You.
As long as I get that credit.
Yeah, Stigs is full of shit. I've seen Piggy get spanked in a lot of debates.
You mastered it, and you came up with a fucking amazing name, MobTube. You robbed that fucking shit. It's beautiful.
Stigs is wrong again. Mickey Griggs came up with MobTube.
What are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Oh, look at Piggy. Stigs is making him blush.
All right.
Look,
well, listen,
I'm just a guy trying to get through life. I have my principles. I have my values. I am obligated to nobody on this internet. There ain't a soul that can hurt me, call me, and get nasty with me because they would be wrong. I did nothing to nobody in this internet space. Except have boring coffee and a glass of wine at night. That's all I do. I've been nothing but a gentleman to everybody. Any show that I have ever been in, I've been nothing but a gentleman.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming on. I give you credit. Most people will never come on. So thank you.
Up and it's like, well, what kind of day is it going to be? And then something good falls into my lap. So, some of you have guessed we are going to be talking about Tommy Stigs. Now, I don't like talking about Tommy Stigs. That's why I don't do it often. The main reason is, just like I told you a week ago or so, I don't believe in giving these guys any type of life. Tommy Stigs is another one who just popped up out of nowhere, showed up late, and started talking this anti-rat shit. And to this day, he's no big deal. As far as his viewers and his subs and everything else, he's a small channel. He acts like he's big shit. He acts like he's some sort of ex-gangster. And I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Okay? I tried to help him out in the beginning. He was an ungrateful cocksucker then, so that was pretty much it for me.
If y'all remember earlier in the video when Stigs was on the panel with him, he fucking told Stigs that he always liked him. Y'all see how Piggy contradicts himself?
So, although Tommy Stigs said today he doesn't like to be involved in drama, well, he just involved himself in some. All right. So we're going to talk about him and frauds in general, and we're going to have a good time. And you guys are going to donate big, big money and make it a great day for me. I can feel it in my balls. Let me do some shout outs over here. Miss Can't Be Wrong, I feel you. We always find ourselves in that position, don't we? And don't forget to donate, guys. For the love of fucking Christ, there's 222 people. If I have one more fucking show where I make what I made last night, I swear to you on everything I fucking love, I'm done. I'm not fucking playing. So if you enjoy these goddamn shows and you want me on here to entertain you, fucking compensate me in some way, please. Okay, this is getting out of hand now. It's absurd. I think I made fucking, I don't even know, $30 yesterday. 50 maybe? 2 shows? Get the fuck out of here. Insane. My next step is members fucking only, but to be honest, I talked to Shanna about it last night and I said, I'm tired of being fucking taken advantage of. I'm tired of making a fool out of myself. Every time I do a show, after I do a show where I don't make any money, that's like me sending the message that I'm doing this for free, and I'm not. So me and Shanna talked about it, and if I have to leave for a while, I'll just leave. I don't give a fuck. It's up to you guys. There's 219 now, okay? So it ain't that you're unable, it's that you're unwilling. You want a show, but, you don't want to fork anything over. So I can't give you a show if you can't do that. Because I got a beating, I got all fucked up. Because I got a beating, I got all fucked up. Because I got a beating, I got all fucked up. That's that.
Alex Trejo, I do not have a wig. Stop spreading that nasty rumor.
Zilla, this Red Zilla video.
And you're gonna have people over there like Redzilla.
Is that really you, Redzilla?
Redzilla's been busy. Redzilla's been busy. Subscribe to Redzilla, guys.
Redzilla 2, what's up, man? Redzilla's putting out smart shit. He's got balls, too. Redzilla's got balls. He's putting the truth out.
Was, Redzilla.
But I observe things. Yeah, me, Harambe.